And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant. Time to regroup.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Asezi Atomewo. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Under pressure, they got him again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Foster now. On first down. And this one complete to Smith. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Devontae Parker, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Operating from the gun. Foster. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Herbert now. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That caught by Tremble. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. And over the middle, this is Parker. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Already he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his man complete. That's Zimmerman. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Amari Barno getting there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Foster. And complete right side to Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now Foster. On 3rd and 2.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Tyler Newsome now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's caught. It's Shi Smith.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
2nd and 7.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd and inches.
Herbert over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Herbert. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. Looking to throw. Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Foster looking to throw on second down. Oh, what a move. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now Foster to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before break. Foster finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Nwangu now from his end zone and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Up the middle they go. It's McKinney, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Foster, and he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McKinney. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
A good pickup there at 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. And now a carry here for their fullback. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football. But I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure, because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Foster throwing on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's McKinney. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you don't often see a lot of first down carries by a fullback, and this is probably why. Often better suited for short yardage and goal line types of situations. This last carry went for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Tommy Trimble.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
And out now come the Vikings.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing to start the drive. Foster. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
To Jefferson on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Back to throw again. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is Cook with a grab.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. There's the stiff arm.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They'll look to throw again.
The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd down now. It's McKinney. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Foster. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Looking to throw. Foster. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. But a fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.